Hello, my name is Mark Cruz of Nikon Canada, and today I want to go over some of the more important features found in the new Nikon D7200. Whether you're upgrading from an older DSLR or jumping right into this more advanced level, when you see your first images from this camera, you'll be amazed at not only the detail, but its ability to shoot in low light. It has a 24 megapixel sensor, meaning you can print as big or crop as much as you'd like, and it doesn't have an optical low-pass filter, providing you with even more detail in the shots. Because this is Nikon's newest DX size sensor and uses the newest processor XSpeed 4, it also provides the best low-light performance of any DX size DSLR. Geared towards helping the wildlife or sports photographer, the D7200 shoots full-resolution files at 6 frames per second, and its buffer has now been increased to 18 shots when shooting in 14-bit RAW. To help those same photographers track their subject in low light, the D7200 has an improved autofocus module that has an extended detection range down to -3 EV, which is almost the limit to what the human eye can see. If the photographer needs to shoot faster than 6 frames per second, you can use the built-in 1.3 times crop mode and increase the frame rate to 7 frames per second. An added benefit to this crop mode is that the 51-point autofocus system spans the entire coverage area, meaning that as long as you can see your subject in the viewfinder, the camera can track it. Next, let's look at the externals of the camera and what's changed there. Ergonomically, the D7100 was great, so thankfully very little has changed with how the D7200 feels in the hand or its button layout. This also means that the battery grip from the D7100, the MBD15, still works on the D7200. The only real change when looking at the D7200 is this new little badge on the side of the camera and on the grip for Wi-Fi and NFC. The D7200 is the newest Nikon DSLR to include SnapBridge, which uses a free Nikon app to allow an Android or Apple smart device to connect directly to the camera. NFC or near-field communication makes connecting to the camera much easier by simply tapping the camera with the device. Other than including a bigger buffer, better autofocus, and SnapBridge, the biggest change for the D7200 is in the video department, as it includes almost all of the video features found in its full-framed bigger brothers, the D750 and the D810. Some of the more important features are full 1080p at 60 frames per second when shooting in the 1.3 times crop mode, letting you slow down the action when editing your video. The ability to manage your audio settings. Highlight display mode lets you show if there are any areas that will be overexposed in your video prior to recording. There's now a new picture control in the D7200 called Flat that aids in color grading of your video with less risk of oversaturation, blocked up shadows, or blown out highlights. Auto ISO is now available. Photographers have been used to Auto ISO for years, but it's now available for videographers as well. This feature lets you shoot in manual mode and lock in your shutter speed and aperture, allowing the camera to ramp up or down the ISO when lighting conditions change, or if you want to seamlessly move from one scene to another. Built-in time-lapse videos make it easier than ever to create amazing time lapses. Almost all Nikon DSLRs have an intervalometer feature that enables you to create manual time lapses, but it's time-intensive as you need to compile all the individual images after the shoot into a finished movie format. But built-in time-lapse will let you decide how long to shoot for, the interval between shots, and then will tell you how long your finished movie will be. Once you hit start, the camera will take the shots and automatically create an MOV file right out of the camera. And with exposure smoothing turned on, you don't have to worry about any exposure variances due to changing light conditions. So any annoying flicker in your time lapses are a thing of the past. The new D7200 is a great improvement both for videographers and photographers who desire a smaller DX size body, but with many higher end features. If you want to learn more about the D7200, you can go to nikon.ca.